G'day everybody and welcome to a market scan of all the Bitget perpetual futures contracts brought to you by Bitget and TRADERCOBB. And for those of you who, well, took an extended break like myself, you'll be just coming back to normality. And what I can tell you is that we have teamed up with Bitget after going through many different exchanges and looking at the platforms to see who would facilitate the needs of traders who trade both spot and margin. And Bitget, we are working with them, and you can have access to a free course from us put on by Bitget by basically just opening up an account. And all the information is at tradercobb.com/Bitget or in the link below. You'll get 10% off your trading fees like we always do, and have access to all these contracts for which you can trade with great liquidity and good order systems. It's the platform that we have chosen to partner with. And there's also some videos on how to raise orders and whatnot. So once you've opened up that account and you've gone through the education, you've got the strategy, you get access to our Discord community, all absolutely free, just simply by having a Bitget account. You can then go and have a look at how to raise your orders and manage your risk as well. So welcome to this first scan that I'm putting out on YouTube for 2023. I hope you had a very Merry Christmas and a great holiday period. We're going to dive straight into it, starting with Bitcoin, because look, a couple of things to consider. I came back just this week, and one thing we've got with Bitcoin right now is it's actually in a weekly uptrend, which is damn nice. Obviously, we saw the lower high here, low here, another lower high, lower low throughout the FTX debacle. We then saw it push back up. Now, interestingly, the point at which we rejected was around a region of support. Have a look, all right? We had some support running through here, not major, but there were two tests, which counts it as support based on how I trade. We saw it reject that level, bearish candle, break the low, and that became our higher low. Of course, then we saw at the beginning of the year, the 9th of January, the week starting 9th of January, a very strong move pushing Bitcoin into an uptrend. And interestingly, again, that 21, or call it 22% move was followed the following week by another 8%, and then last week another 4%. Now, it's put the moving averages, the 10 and 20 period, the only moving averages that I use, is put them into the right order as well, which is very good for trading your higher timeframes like your daily, 2-day, that sort of thing. Coming to our daily, of course, you can see the very strong run that we had, a little pullback here, very more a consolidation than an actual pullback, but we can see two candles here. Then a very strong push up again, followed by more of a, it's kind of a consolidation to grind. You know, we have been grinding higher, but it's been more or less not doing a great deal for the last couple of weeks. There is divergence coming in now from this high to this high, as you can see shown here on the MACD. And I wouldn't be surprised to see us have a bit of a pullback, to be honest, because it has been a significant run. If we go from the higher low point back over here in December to a higher high, we're looking at just shy of 50%. And most of that, of course, being pushed in over 3 weeks from here to here. It's about 44%. So it's been a very significant move for Bitcoin. And look, whilst I hope it continues to move higher, I'm also realistic about the fact that we might see a bit of a pullback and the daily starting to really consolidate a bit and get divergent. Doesn't mean it's going to fall, but be open to shorts, and you'll see me doing that throughout this scan. Second to that as well, guys, we've got a 4-hour uptrend, higher low, higher high. It's a bit messy up here, I've got to say. But what I'd like to see is if we, there is a bit of a lower high here. I'd like to actually see this now push on to a new high through here, restarting that 4-hour trend and getting that daily back into, so not restarting, solidifying that daily trend. Solidifying that 4-hour trend and getting that daily looking a lot better, because out of a consolidation, we're either going to get a further consolidation, a continuation, or a pullback. And with the market the way it is right now, it's the 4-hour that's giving me the best eye on that as to what could potentially occur moving forward. Little bullish candle right there. I won't be looking to trade this immediately. We're waiting to see if we can push higher. So that's Bitcoin covered. Let's have a look at what we've got throughout here. And I will be doing these each Friday. So as I say, open up your Bitget account with the link below. You've got access to a free course with a complete trading strategy with checklists there, which you can get access to right now for nothing. Just open up your account. You get access to our Discord community where you'll see us posting our trading opportunities, where you can ask questions and be involved. And all of this is absolutely free, put on by Bitget. So I'll be doing these each Friday to give you a bit of a good understanding as to what we're looking at and what opportunities are around. On to 1 inch, as you can see the daily again, nice, very nice trend here. Great pullback, little bullish candle in the cradle zone. Good move from there. A little pullback consolidation type thing, couple of days of move. I want to see this with the high low on the 4 hour now push again higher. As far as the 4 hour goes, going lower to the 2, there's really nothing there. What I'm focusing on, as always, and this is why my trading methodology is pretty straightforward, is I'm just looking for solid trends to follow, which is higher highs and higher lows, or lower highs and lower lows, all of which is taught on the course that you have access to. Now, looking at AVE, ooh, okay. I'm going to go to the daily. We've got a higher low. We've got a higher high. Yep. We pushed through the resistance regions. We've pulled back into that resistance band, we'll call it. Now, if I go here, just drop a line in roughly around where that resistance region is. We are below it. Not a huge fan of that. The 8 hour, however, has a higher low, higher high. Moving averages are in the correct order. Looking at the 4 now, I guess there is a bullish candle in the cradle zone. That's a good thing. It's a tradable opportunity. There is resistance ahead. So I think what I'll do is I might just pass on that for now. I don't like getting into positions before even though the resistance has been broken, I didn't break it by a great deal. I prefer it when the market pushes above and pulls back into those levels. Love my tea. Cardano. There's an uptrend. Again, we've got this grind high with these pullbacks through here. It is grinding. But what I want to see here from Cardano again is for it to leg through, solidifying and confirming the cyclicity of that 4 hour trend. So for now, I'll be leaving that. Algo from low to high, there's nothing of interest there for me. Same with Alice, with a low to high, there's no real trend. I'm focusing a lot on the daily and 4 hour to really lock in those trends to see what's available. Ooh, this looks all right. Daily uptrend, that's okay. Higher low, higher high, pulling back into that cradle zone. Let's see if that 8 hour confirms it. Yes, there is a pullback there. That 4 hour right now, 2 hours to go. I don't mind that. I'm going to make a blue list up here. That's the first to go in the list there. I do not mind that at all. APT, nothing there for me. AR, I think that's RWeave. Look at this daily. What a great run, huh? Very strong the last very strong 2 days ago. Pulling back slightly now. Not a major pullback. I don't know if we've got... Sadly, there's not really... Look at the 4 hour. We go, there's a higher low here, higher high, but it gets a bit messy up here. So I'm going to have to pass on that. The higher time frames, maybe like the daily or potentially even the 12 hour could come into play. The 12 hour looks quite nice, actually, but quite a way off. Next up is Atom. Now, I can't look at this on the 8, and I'll tell you why. Higher low, high to low, high. So I've got to look at the higher time frames. The 12 is not going to cut it. The 4, I was looking at this the other day on the much lower time frames. If it was to pull in cleanly, it's not done that. I can leave that for now, but I will remain interested on if it were to pull back into something like these old highs and give a little bullish daily candle. That's a swing trade I'd be happy to take. But again, more time needs to go for that to occur. And I'm looking for cradle trades here, as that's what you will learn when you do the Bitget course. Start getting your AVAX. I can leave. I can leave. Band no bat. Bit of resistance coming ahead, which I'll mark in and keep that as a reference point at this stage. If we did push above and pull back into that level with good cyclicity, that could be good for later on. Just a reference point helps to focus the mind when we're doing a quick scan. Oh, a bit of a shame here on Bitcoin Cash. The candle is too big just yet, but getting there. Go to the 8 to the 16. Look, it's a nice looking it's a nice trend. It is there. It's pushed through this resistance region. It's above that resistance region. I will pop that in. If that candle doesn't get too much bigger, it could be an option for you and for me. But I'll wait and see how that goes as we go closer into the close of those candles. Binance has had a good few days, pushing along, a little bit of a pullback here, but again, a higher low and a higher high, as can be witnessed here on the 8 hour as well. It's a little bit clunky. Look, a little bullish candle in here. If this was to sell off and close, say at, I don't know, 320, thereabouts, and then the next candle was small and bullish, that's something I'd be keen on. Again, just opening up a watch list of opportunity. Then I can keep watching it around the times when these candles close to see if it is actually going to produce a trade for me. CRV, I can leave that. Dash, a quick pop. It's had a very good run with a high low here. Nice, strong push higher. This is a prime candidate for a daily cradle, but it's going to take some time to get back into the right area. So for now, it's a no-go. Doge is no good. Dot, not the greatest of trends there. I've got to say it's a little bit wonky after a very strong run up, a little pullback. We need to set that trend and its cyclicity in better motion. DYDX, that's had a pretty darn good run. Excuse me. Can't pinpoint a time frame just yet for this. These are futures contracts, by the way, and as you know, I like to use my leverage as videos all over YouTube from us on the TRADERCOBB platform about margin and whatnot. Very important stuff. Make sure you learn it because it's actually a good counterparty risk measure. And with Bitget, you don't have you've got a fair chunk. You've got plenty of different options available to how much margin you use, which means you just have to hold less capital on the actual platform to get the same size trade. So let's say I want to risk $100. Well, with an entry and a stop loss, that could make me, an example from earlier this year from my team. Was it Gala? I can't remember exactly what the position was, but it's still going and it's up over 40 to 1. So that means that even if you didn't scale out, $100 risked with your entry and your stop loss would equate to over $4,000 today. That's the beauty of margin, but you must understand it before you get too heavily involved. Thankfully, we've got all the resources available to you. I'm looking at ENS, Ethereum name service. It's a little bit wonky. There is a pullback. I want to see that next wave through for that. EOS, I can leave Ethereum Classic having a decent day today, up 4%. But realistically, I need to see it break through this level through here. The positive thing about this, I know it's not an exact perfect level. I'm not looking at this as a breakout trade. Higher low potentially. We're building into that. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. Ooh, Ethereum. Popped up through the highs yesterday, pulled back in like many did. But let's have a look at this in a bit more detail on the 4 hour. There is a higher low, there is a higher high, there is a pullback, there is a bullish candle right there. There is an 8 hour trend. It is convergent. I'll pop that in. And whilst it doesn't stand out to be like, it could look better. It fits the rules. And that's the main thing we're looking for when we're looking at these cradle trades. Oh, here we go. What do we got here? It's pretty broken, that resistance. So it's nothing that's exactly perfect. So I'm not too concerned. Higher low, higher high, pulling back in right now. Bullish candle starting to come about. Will the 8 back us up here? Yes, here's our higher low, moving averages in the correct order. High to high. We are convergent. That will go in as well. Starting to get a nice little list going here. Flow. Ooh. When I'm doing this, I'm looking to see, is there any resistance to stop this move continuing on? And I cannot see any there on my 4. Higher low, higher high, pulling back. You can see right now there are a number of options starting to become available for us on this 4 hour time frame. One of my favorite time frames for cradles, and it also opens up the lower time frames for trading options. And look at Phantom's run, a fantastic trend, a beautiful trend of cyclicity there. So the sort of trend I like to be trading. Now I drew this line in after this push up, hoping to get a cradle back into here. Now, it did tap that level exactly, old resistance becoming support, and it ran damn hard. Unfortunately, there was no trade there for me at that time of the day, which was 5 a.m. in the morning when it touched on there. Now, let's see if we go lower. Is there anything of interest here? Some of these other options, I do like them. No levels around, really, really good trend. I tell you what, if that pulled back in a little bit further, I mean, this is in the cradle zone, so it is available. I'll pop that in again. I'll keep an eye on that. If it pulls back in a little bit further, potentially the 4 hour as well could be good. So it works on multiple time frames. Gala, I can leave. I think this was the one. There was a trade back here somewhere that that was put up as a cradle, which is what the free course offers. And look at this. Here's Gal. Look at this cradle. Boom, daily, bam, run. This is the sort of thing we're looking for, and this is where profits live. Yes, you can be doing your investing. Don't get me wrong. I do it too. But the trading side of it produces more opportunity and a better understanding for what the market's doing, and in turn will help your investing as well as you learn about market structures and how to actually trade. All right, let's keep looking for these trends. Immutable X. Yeah, if it pulls back in, it's got a fair bit of work to do. It's a little bit messy. I think we've got some better options there already. I'll keep moving through. Okay, first things first, I need to have a higher low and higher high, and we don't have that there. Here we do. It's the stop being down. It's not. I think, again, a little bit of resistance around there. I think we've got some better options. I won't put that one in. Kusama around resistance still. I'll leave that as well. Oh, this is a nice looking trend loop ring. I've had this in for a while now, waiting for my opportunity. 2 hour, beautiful pullback here. It's either the 2 or the 4. Both timeframes have decent cyclicity here, and this is what I'm wanting to see. A lot of the market's doing this right now. It's that next leg through that I'm interested in. A pullback into the cradle zone there on loop ring. I'll take that out of that list and put it in my blue list. A nice opportunity to wait for a cradle in there. Litecoin is trying, but it's not quite there yet. Again, focusing on higher lows and higher highs, unless, of course, I get a downtrend. Matic, higher low here, bullish candle in the cradle, nice move. Does this 4 hour divergent on the 8? That will keep me out. If you're wondering, the terminologies and what I talk about with divergence, support, resistance, that sort of stuff, you got 2 options, of course. Jump on the course. It's available with a full strategy, or go to TRADERCOBB.com. There's a free course there as well where you'll learn all of this, so you'll be able to understand and follow me a little bit better. Maker, let's go to that 8. Yeah, it's there. 4 hour cradle right there. Not too much in the way of it really either. I'll pop that in. This is going to end up being a big list. I might thin it out at the end after we've gone through all of this, just to see what's the standout of what we've got. Look at this. One's doing real nice. Look at this run. Beautiful, strong run. Good trend. Good cyclicity. Look, this is the sort of thing I'm looking for. Back in, move. Back into the cradle zone, move. Messy through here, reset, higher low, higher high. Bullish candle starting to form there in that cradle zone. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Let's check the 8. 8's convergent here as well. That has to go in. Really, really good trend there. Have a look at it here on the 12 as well. You can just see, look at this. Boom, cradle. You could be trailing your stop all the way through here, locking in an enormous amount of profit because there's a trade there. Now, I wasn't around there. I wasn't back in the markets then, but just an example as to the sorts of things that you can start to take advantage of when you get your head into the trading game. People, I'll be leaving that. Qtum, nothing much of a trend there. Again, the emphasis, the focus is on trend. I know I repeat myself a lot. I make no apologies for it. This is how I do it. And this is how I've taught thousands of people all over the world. It's a continuation of the same thing. You just get better at it. You get more honed. You understand your risk principles better. You become a more rounded trader. I'm not too keen here on synthetics. Solana is a bit sideways. Nah, not quite what I'm after here. A little bit too much of a straight line bounce with a 22% move on a 4 hour candle. A little bit too much going on there for me at this stage. We'll check the 2 here on storage. Again, we go high. No, it's a single candle actually. That is a pullback. Spikes in it. I don't like those spikes. Sushi. Let's go real here. Go to the one. Okay, so high to low to high. So there is no trend there when I get to the nitty gritty, and that's all I'm looking for is whether there's a trend first and foremost. Go past that to Tron, grinding, uni. Let's go to the one here. There is no 4-hour trend, so I probably shouldn't have gone to the one, to be fair. Leaving waves. Woo, 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 woo. Okay, so it's a new low here, only just, but it is there, so I'll move past that. Stellar, I can leave. Monero. Clean that up a little bit messy, bit sideways, bit stuck. XRP, no. Tezos, I can leave that. Yearn, okay. We have an uptrend with a higher low and a higher high, but again, I think we've got better options available to us so far in this scan already. And we're back at Bitcoin. So let's go ahead and have a look at the list that we do have as far as opportunities go. We've got API 3, beautiful little bullish candle in that cradle zone in a daily uptrend. That is looking very, very nice indeed. Keeping an eye on that. We've still got 2 hours to go, which is fine. We can wait for that to set up, do your risk management, get your head around it all, learn how to raise your orders, all that sort of stuff. But I do like that. On to Bitcoin Cash now. There is a trend there. Again, the 4-hour, it's not the smallest of candles, but I don't mind where it's sitting. You know, it's back into a region and it's above it to enter. I'm going to leave that in there. It's a 4-hour potential cradle with the 8-hour backing it up. Binance, I'd like to see come in a little bit further. So I want to see this sell off and come into about 320, somewhere around there, then print the small bullish candle. Could be one for later this evening. Ethereum, well, we've got a higher low, higher high, bullish candle right there in the cradle zone as well. So that's going to make the list. File, low, higher high, bullish candle in the cradle. Again, that can make the list. A little bit of messy. It's not really, the reason I put this in is because the resistance isn't absolutely clear. And if I'm going to go to the best resistance, it's up here. And it looks as though I could get my one-to-one scale out target to minimize my risk before that level. So it's going to go in. Of course, you make your own decisions, as always. Flow, uptrend on the 8, moving averages in the correct order. Beautiful little bullish candle there if it does remain. So that stays in the mix. Phantom, I'm probably realistically more looking at this on the 4-hour. This is where the cyclicity seems to be living. You know, we pushed through the breakout with a higher low, pulled back in. Now we've moved a nice pullback into 56 or thereabouts. Would be something I would be very open to. The same here with looping. It's had a very strong run to reset that 4-hour trend. A bullish candle in here somewhere over the next day or two would be really, really good. Maker has a bullish candle in the cradle zone on the 4-hour. Just to double check that 8-hour has the moving averages in the correct order, which you'll learn on this course. It does. So that's not a bad thing at all. And finally, one, really nice up here. Reset, like obviously great cyclicity through here. Pull back in, really nice move. What I'm trying to do is replicate what happened here, over here, higher, higher, high, pulling back. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is the Bitget scan of their futures contracts, their perpetual futures. Get your account below in the link in the description. It's TRADERCOBB.com/Bitget. You register there, get your account. You get a free course, access to our Discord group, access to seeing the trades that we're putting up, the opportunities. You can ask us questions and be involved in that community. For all the new Bitget people joining us, welcome. My name is Craig Cobb from TRADERCOBB.com. For everybody else, I hope you're well. And everybody, not just everybody else, I hope you're all well. Have a great day. I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.